Alright everybody, welcome back to SVR11 Universe. My name is Jitch. This is SmackDown coming to you from Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Introducing the challenger from San Juan, Puerto Rico, weighing 218 pounds, Primo.
Well, you saw him just last night on ECW. Primo was unable to defeat the debuting Nemesis. Here tonight, he has gotten another opportunity to try and earn a victory. SmackDown General Manager Teddy Long just really feeling for the guy, saying just get out there and just try your best to get a victory. Just give it your best shot. This won't be an easy opponent.
And his opponent from West Palm Beach, Florida, weighing in at 238 pounds, Ted DiBiase.
Well, Ted DiBiase is apparently the guy that Primo is going to be facing off against. And that is definitely unfortunate. I mean, with all due respect for Primo, if the guy couldn't beat a debuting rookie, he's definitely not going to be able to beat a guy who has barely ever suffered a loss. $1 Million Championship has been around the waist of DiBiase since he debuted. He likes to flex his cash. His daddy's cash, let's be honest with ourselves. But nonetheless, this is a big matchup for Primo. I don't see how he could possibly overcome it, but this is a big matchup. And I've gotten word that, yeah, as you can see there, DiBiase is so ready for this match, so confident that he might as well put his title on the line. Same as usual, that DiBiase arrogance. He's just come over, he's just said, yeah, why not? Put my title on the line. I don't care. I can take on Primo. I'm pretty sure I can beat Primo. Just insult to injury. We've seen this attitude from Ted DiBiase for a few weeks now. First when he defended the $1 Million Championship against Yoshitatsu. Then when he defended the championship against Finlay. So much arrogance just oozing off of this guy. He's like, yeah, I'll defend my title when I feel like it. And you know what? Primo seems like a pretty easy challenge. In fact, DiBiase saying he's already gotten this one in the books. Okay, well, he's been proven wrong there. If I were Primo, I'd be getting pretty sick of this treatment. Everybody treating you like you're a joke, like you can't get any victories. Yeah, he's on his 6th loss. Understandable. But the guy just needs an opportunity. He is a gifted performer. He is a good talent. He's certainly showing Ted DiBiase up a little bit here. I mean, obviously it's by any means necessary. DiBiase doesn't really care how he wins these $1 Million Championship matches that he sets up, as long as he's got Daddy's belt still around his waist.
Yeah, that's why they call it the championship advantage. You can lose the match, but still keep the title. And there's another nasty kick to the gut.
DiBiase, I think, was planning on just letting this match go, but the way that Primo's trying to actually bring the pain to him, the way that Primo is actually fighting back is, I think, getting in the head of DiBiase a little bit. Roll-up attempt here, no. Quite funny to see. DiBiase was getting a little bit scored from him there by Primo.
The championship hangs in the balance.
Well, that's not good.
What do you think Primo needs to do here, King? Listen, he has a speed advantage, so sooner or later he's going to dodge or counter one of those moves, and if that happens, he's right back in it. Good Lord, huge impact into that barrier.
Well, here we go. Now we're getting some classic Ted DiBiase. Ground and pound. And that's the thing, isn't it? The moment that Primo started to show DiBiase up, DiBiase just... Oh. Resetting the count. DiBiase just wants to put a hurting on Primo now. I think he's starting to see red a little bit. He was looking at getting this really easy challenge, and Primo had a moment of offense, and I think that's just kind of pissed DiBiase off that little bit more.
A counter by DiBiase. Like a dart, he crashes right into those steps, trying to get under his opponent's skin.
Okay, no need to show off Primo.
And this could end in the countout. Wow, what an amazing move. Oh my, just
Well, there was most certainly some wishful thinking for a bit when Primo was getting his offense in, but I think that's all but out the window now.
Is Ted DiBiase too confident here, King? I don't think so. Ted's focused, and that's what he needs. DiBiase.
Got him locked in. And that's Dream Street for Primo. Well, it was nice knowing you, kid. For a moment, it looked like Primo may have gotten some offense in, and he may have been able to take that $1 million championship away from Ted DiBiase. But still. DiBiase was originally scheduled to face off against Primo. He wanted a match tonight. Primo wanted a match tonight. Primo wanted to prove himself. DiBiase just wanted to get back on the show. And Teddy Long went, well, you know, you can face each other. DiBiase saw who he was up against and just went, I could put my title on the line against this guy. I can easily beat this guy. And unfortunately, he was proven right once again. Well, this is all about retribution for this man. Chris Jericho has requested a one-on-one match.
Approaching the ring, weighing in at 226 pounds, Chris Jericho.
Chris Jericho, you know, the fans, they haven't forgotten about how Chris Jericho behaved in his team with The Miz. He's got a long way to go before the guy can redeem himself in a lot of people's eyes. But Chris Jericho has requested tonight that he does something that most people would never ask for. Chris Jericho wants to go one-on-one with the man that replaced him in the tag team championship scene. He has requested that he gets a one-on-one match with the Big Show. I really don't know quite what Chris Jericho was thinking when he requested this, but well, it looks like he's gotten it.
And his opponent, accompanied by The Miz, standing at 7 feet tall, weighing 441 pounds, he is one half of the WWE Tag Team Champions, The Big Show.
The Big Show and The Miz are the new WWE Tag Team Champions, go by the team name Show Miz. The history books do show that The Miz is a one-time WWE Tag Team Champion. This is technically a continuation of his first reign, just with a different partner. So Miz still the first ever and only ever half of the Tag Team Champions, just a different tag team partner in The Big Show. I gotta say, I don't like Chris Jericho's chances, if I'm honest.
This should be an awesome matchup between these two men.
These guys faced off in the Elimination Chamber, and Jericho was definitely not prepared for that World Heavyweight Championship Elimination Chamber. He barely lasted a couple minutes before getting eliminated from it rather fast.
And his back
Oh.
now has to be screaming in pain.
And that's the thing, yeah, is I don't know how well Jericho's going to be able to, you know, get Big Show off his feet, get the ball rolling in his court, so to speak. I don't envy Chris Jericho in this situation. It's like Big Show deciding to release that, and oh, there you go. That's one way to get him off his feet, I suppose.
And he does it one more
You
time.
notice that the Miz is at ringside for the Big Show, as if the Big Show needs any backup.
These bitter rivals.
Let's not forget the WWE Tag Team title match that we saw take place last week on SmackDown. Miz tagged out to Big Show to face off against Yoshitatsu and Rob Van Dam, and he never tagged back in. He just watched as the Big Show dominated both members of the team and retained the tag title / won them for the Big Show, all on his own. I think it was very brave of Jericho to request this match, but I don't think it was very smart of Jericho to have requested this match.
When Big Show is motivated to do something, there's not another man in the world that can stop him.
He's very motivated.
He's a good talent, but this might have been going a little too far.
I don't think Jericho knows where he is right now.
Uh-oh.
What a powerful
Yeah, that's not looking good. Oh, God. Yeah, this is really not looking good right now.
Big Show.
Massive knockout punch. I think we might be looking at the beginning of the end already.
right in the jaw.
Can he score the pin? 1, 2, 3.
Well, I respect Jericho for wanting this. He has declared that he is coming for the Miz's Intercontinental Championship, and he will take it away at WrestleMania by any means necessary. But in the meantime, he seems to want to get his hands on these two.
Thankfully, the match comes to an end.
That was rough.
Domination is what that was. My goodness.
Just a tough situation all around. The Big Show dominating Chris Jericho. Jericho has had the worst last 7 days he possibly could have, from Friday through to Friday. It has been nothing but bad luck, and it continues here tonight. Well, I just want to point this out here. This wasn't actually supposed to be what we had in store for you guys. It was supposed to be a one-on-one match between Rey Mysterio and CM Punk as we continue to pursue, you know, who's going to be qualifying for the Money in the Bank ladder match, who's going to be trying to impress. However, Rey Mysterio, in a backstage interview that he was having, said that he should have been the man to go one-on-one with the Undertaker at the end of the chamber. He should have been the one to go up against Undertaker, and he would have been able to have overcome Undertaker, he feels, and become World Heavyweight Champion. Well, CM Punk didn't appreciate that too much, and the comments that kind of came with it, you know, saying that CM Punk, he cheated his way into the Elimination Chamber. He tried to cheat his way out of a match with the Undertaker. He's a bad man who really doesn't deserve to even show his face here on SmackDown. Pretty harsh words from Rey Mysterio, but obviously CM Punk and Luke Gallows, they overheard what he was saying and took it a little personally, and well, this is just some footage from what we actually had happen backstage. Mysterio doing everything in his power to fight back against these guys, but realistically it was a 2-on-1 situation. He never really stood a chance. I don't know who Luke Gallows is taunting to. Really just a tough situation to watch. Rey Mysterio, he's not exactly a big guy. Literally. Getting thrown around, beaten down, attacked by CM Punk and Luke Gallows, the Straight Edge Society. As I say, they were due for a matchup, CM Punk and Rey Mysterio. But Punk decided to take it upon himself to shut Mysterio up backstage for saying that Punk didn't deserve to be in the chamber and that he could have outdone Punk. More to come on this in the future, but as I say, harsh words from Mysterio saying Punk doesn't deserve to show his face around here anymore. I don't know what's going to happen with this, but I guess we'll find out soon enough. Okay, so it is main event time. We have got a big challenge on our hands. Something huge happening for the first time in the SmackDown main event scene. A one-on-one match between the new World Heavyweight Champion, The Undertaker, and the only man to ever hold the World Heavyweight Championship other than him, Randy Orton. This was a match requested by Randy Orton.
Approaching the ring from Death Valley, weighing 299 pounds, he is the World Heavyweight Champion, The
Undertaker set to go one-on-one with the former World Heavyweight Champion. The argument Randy Orton had is that he wanted to make sure that the man worthy to go into WrestleMania to hold what Orton feels is still his championship is the right man, or that Orton should be first in line for the world title otherwise. So basically what this all boils down to is almost a high-stakes rematch, if you will, between Randy Orton and The Undertaker, and that stipulation that if Randy Orton is to beat The Undertaker, they will face off for the World Heavyweight title at WrestleMania in what is Randy Orton's rematch. The Undertaker has accepted this challenge. It is a proven fact that The Undertaker nor Orton have actually pinned or defeated each other for the World Heavyweight Championship. When Orton won the title from The Undertaker, it was via retrieving it from hanging above the ring. Now, yes, that was a victory. He did, in fact, shove Undertaker off of the ladder to get that victory. But he didn't pin or submit The Undertaker. And that's what more like what we're talking about. And then at the Elimination Chamber, I believe it was CM Punk that eliminated Randy Orton from the matchup. Here comes the former champion now. What the hell? I'm not really sure what to say is going on here. That's the Legacy, Cody Rhodes and Ted DiBiase behind the former champion Randy Orton. Why, I'm really not sure. But they seem to definitely be coming down to the ring with him. I'm not really sure what's going on. I mean, Undertaker is ready for his match with Randy Orton. But for some reason, these other two have come down to the ring with the former champion. He doesn't seem to have any issues with that. I mean, they might be friends. I don't know. It's definitely not something that Orton's ever shown on this. Okay. All three turning their attention to Undertaker at one time. I think it's pretty obvious to see what's going on here. Randy Orton going straight in, and the Legacy working together with Randy Orton to take down The Undertaker. Orton doesn't need to resort to this. This is so unusual. Randy Orton resorting to working with the Legacy to attack The Undertaker. The newly crowned World Heavyweight Champion obviously pinched some kind of nerve with the former champion. Randy Orton has decided to take it upon himself to align himself with two of the most disrespectful, foul people that SmackDown has to offer. DiBiase trying to pin the world champion. Not on your life. Undertaker going to do everything in his power to combat all three of these. I don't really know if this is permitted, if this has been deemed an official match or what, but Undertaker laying waste to the Legacy and Randy Orton.
It's been some night here on Friday Night SmackDown, and we're still rolling. Cody doing a little mocking now.
It's like a pack of wild dogs just tearing down the Undertaker. We knew the road to WrestleMania was going to be a bumpy one, and we knew there was going to be some surprises along the way, but I don't think anyone was expecting this. Undertaker went through hell to win back his World Heavyweight Championship from CM Punk and Randy Orton and every other participant in that World Heavyweight Championship chamber. They're all just tearing him down. Yeah, I don't know what to say. We already saw DiBiase in action earlier in the night as he retained the $1 million title against Primo. I wasn't really expecting to see him again. Or Cody at all, for that matter. I thought we were just going to get this fair one-on-one fight between Randy Orton and The Undertaker, just as Randy Orton had requested. That was what he wanted. He said, you didn't beat me last Sunday at Elimination Chamber. Beat me one-on-one. Show me what you can do.
Randy Orton is set.
To then come out and do this is
You
just...
have to respect him. Do you believe in those words?
I just don't know what to say it is, actually.
And let's face it, it's hard to argue with success. And Randy Orton is a
Undertaker
success.
trying his best to constantly get back into this, but how do you fight off 3 people constantly on the assault at one time? I understand that Randy Orton fits into this group very well. He is I believe, a 3rd generation superstar.
He's going for the pin. This could be it.
And Undertaker's still able to stay involved in this match, if you can call it that. It would really be something to say that he could go through all 3 members.
Cody Rhodes, one of the truly great young and up-and-coming superstars in WWE. And his back now has to be screaming in pain. It's Ted DiBiase. This could do it. And Undertaker kicks out. The Viper. Collar and elbow tie-up. With the Undertaker, the legend grows.
This is really rough to see. You would never normally see The Undertaker in this situation. Ted, what the hell are you doing? Ted, stop that. Thank you, Cody.
What's he planning here?
I'm amazed that this has gone on for as long as it has. The Undertaker hasn't just taken the loss.
As much as it is innovative. Oh, what a shot!
Are you surprised at all by the bravado on display here by Cody?
Not really. Cody has a right
No.
to be just as confident as any other superstar in the WWE.
I mean, there doesn't appear to be any... Okay, there are countouts. Maybe this is an official match. I did wonder why none of the officials were trying to stop this mugging from continuing.
Randy Orton is just unbalanced. There's nothing as terrifying as looking at
Undertaker taking out the referee, whether intentional or not. He's realized that opportunity has struck. He's going to do everything he can to clean house, to take control of this 3-on-1 situation. A steel chair is definitely the way to do it.
the dead man.
Look at that equalization for a moment anyway. Didn't last particularly long, but I respect his choice to do it.
Undertaker controlling the waist.
Ow, what an elbow!
Cody has the arm.
God, this is rough. I'm just wondering when Teddy Long or any officials at all are gonna get involved and stop this. The problem is Undertaker's got such a fighting spirit that he'll try to overcome this odds, these incredibly uneven odds. Doesn't matter how much he gets beaten around by these 3. He's gonna keep kicking out. He's gonna keep fighting back until he physically can't anymore. And the problem is WrestleMania is only 4 weeks away. Undertaker is the World Heavyweight Champion going into that right now. We can't afford to lose him. DiBiase trying to wrap this one up. And again, you see, this is the problem. Undertaker just refusing to stay down.
And a shot to the solar plexus.
I mean, it would be something if he could shut down this operation in a single night and actually fight back and take down all 3.
And Orton looks like he's in some sort of trance.
DiBiase.
Ow, the fist connects.
Orton covering Undertaker off of those fist drops from Ted.
And Undertaker.
Still not enough to put away the dead man. Honestly, I think that would have been wise for Undertaker to have stayed down, but... Well, this is exactly how the show started. I guess it makes sense for it to be how it ends. Dream Street. DiBiase going to try and pin Undertaker in an instant kick out.
Big right hand, right to the
I say, the guy's going to wind up injured.
hand.
The uppercut connects.
Watch it.
He's not going to be able to make it to WrestleMania with the World Heavyweight title. These guys are absolutely annihilating him. And he just keeps letting it happen. He just keeps getting back up and fighting some more.
The cockiness and swagger have all but fled his body. Ted DiBiase into the headlock. And he lights up his chest with a shot. Orton with the arm.
We're kind of watching like the end of the Undertaker. I mean, you see the way his skin is glowing up red now, all over the chest and back.
You know, Randy Orton could very well be the most despised person in WWE history. Cody Rhodes executed that.
How much more do these guys want to do to him? That's the question.
Cody.
At this point, I don't even know if Undertaker's fighting back or if he's just kicking out of instinct.
He's going to take another chance. Think of the wars Undertaker's been in.
And he's still here. He survived them all.
It's the former champion Randy Orton and his bitterness.
Shoulders down. One.
And again, Undertaker just keeps getting up. What is it going to take for this guy to understand that he's got to stop?
Oh my, what a double team move. He drops the elbow.
It's as if Orton is possessed.
I don't think we'll be seeing Undertaker for at least a few weeks coming out of this. Again, still able to kick out, still able to stay in this.
Oh my, just raw, unmitigated
And
power.
the thing is, he'll get those few seconds of being able to lay in a move or two, and then is right back to just getting pummeled.
To say the least. But the unfortunate truth is he can back it all up in the ring.
No wasted movement at all by Ted DiBiase.
Man, they are so goddamn clumsy.
He thinks he has it.
I think we may be seeing this one. There you go.
I don't believe it.
The Legacy got their pinfall. They got their win. I don't know if this still earns Randy Orton his World Heavyweight Championship opportunity. The important thing to take away from this is not what was scheduled to be our main event. This is not how this show was supposed to go down at all. The World Heavyweight Champion, The Undertaker, has never looked in a worse state. Absolutely annihilated by the Legacy, 3-on-1. What a situation to wind up in. But there you have it, the Legacy and Randy Orton standing tall. No real comments here, other than next week on SmackDown. I'll tell you one thing you can look forward to. We have got a huge match announced for next week on SmackDown. It's going to be Rey Mysterio versus CM Punk one-on-one with an interesting stipulation. We said there'd be no Money in the Bank qualifiers, but there's been one confirmed for next week. If CM Punk can beat Rey Mysterio, he will be in the Money in the Bank ladder match. Unfortunately, if Rey beats Punk, he won't be, but Rey will get exactly what it is that he wanted, which is that if Rey Mysterio defeats CM Punk next week on SmackDown, CM Punk will not be allowed to show his face on SmackDown anymore. He will have to leave. So, big stuff. Anyway, let's go ahead and look at the news and rankings and stuff. As I say before, I don't know if people really watch this part. I really don't. I guess I'll see. I'm sure there'll be at least some people that will say they do, but I don't know. Rey Mysterio and CM Punk are enemies, and Cody Rhodes got a victory over Undertaker, Dave and Goliath, blah, blah, blah. Sorry about that. Should do a quick cut there. I was supposed to talk to Saria on her break at work, and my phone didn't go off once during any of that, and then the moment it did, it was like, oh, that's her saying bye, because I just missed the entire thing. Fucking awesome. Anyway, no change, no change, no change. The Miz is now above Rey Mysterio. I love that the SmackDown ranks never move. Like, Raw, it, like, flip-flops, like, just random people up and down, but MVP's got to stay in the top 10. But, like, The SmackDown ones, they are just solid. They are just as they are, and they will not change. Anyway, so yeah, that's it. That's Randy Orton in the Legacy. That's barely any rankings changes, and that's what's going on heading into WrestleMania, I guess. As for the US title, that won't be happening because I know that that's a US title contenders match. Yes, David Otunga should probably be in a contenders match soon, considering his rivalry with Barrett and everything. But no, I don't believe that's going to be it. I don't see why that match would happen again, but it might. No, just straight up no. What in the fuck is that doing in the main event? I'm not like mad that it's in the main event. I'm just confused. Really, really confused. Fascinating stuff by the game once again. Thank you for that. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next episode of this series when we come back for the second week heading into WrestleMania. Things are really starting to heat up. Bye.